In South Africa, the recreational fishing community represents the largest user group of our coastal marine living resources, with between 200,000 and 400,000 permits issued to recreational fishers each year. This significantly exceeds the number of commercial permits, small-scale fishing permits, and subsistence fishing permits issued yearly, thus making recreational fishers a key stakeholder group in the management of our coastal marine living resources. To go fishing recreationally in South Africa requires the purchase of various types of fishing permits, ranging from the collection of mussels to angling and spearfishing, to name a few. All funds accrued from recreational fishing permits go into the Marine Living Resource Fund, along with any other marine living resource related income to be used for the sustainable use and development of our coastal resources. The recreational fishing sector has been suffering the impacts of non-compliance with fisheries regulations for decades. Some studies have shown that up to a quarter of recreational fishers do so without a fishing permit. This lack of compliance with the recreational fishing permit requirements represents a major loss in revenue for the Marine Living Resource Fund and potentially for the management of fisheries resources in South Africa. Despite this, drivers of non-compliance with permit regulation have yet to be fully explored in a South African context, although it has been shown that high proportions of fishers are compliant with permit regulations in areas where there's relatively little law enforcement, thus suggesting that risk aversion is not one of the main drivers behind compliance. This emphasizes the need to research under which conditions fishers are most likely to be compliant with regulations. While some studies have included some components surrounding marine recreational fishing permits, no studies have looked in depth at the marine recreational fishing permit system. The aim of this project is to gain a better understanding of recreational fishers' attitudes towards the current governance of recreational angling permits by disseminating structured surveys to recreational fishers in South Africa. A better understanding of buying trends and contribution of income from recreational fishing permits to the Marine Living Resource Fund will be accomplished by analysing sales data from their inception in 1998 to the present. I hope ultimately that this research will promote transparency between managing bodies and stakeholders and to allow for the effective management of our coastline while ensuring the sustainable use of our coastal marine living resources for generations to come.